My name is Dr. Muhammad Fairuz Shiratuddin. So I'm the academic chair of Game Software Design and Production. I'm teaching 2 units, Game Software and Virtual Reality Design, and also Game Software and Virtual Reality Production. As far as VR is concerned, when it comes to the commercial market, it started in 2015 with Oculus introducing what we call an affordable solution for the consumer. So at this moment in time, VR is a multi-billion industry. So by 2020, you'll see a lot of vendors or a lot of developers, a lot of software being developed for VR, and also AR at the same time as well. As recent as yesterday, Oculus introduced a standalone VR device. It doesn't need a computer anymore. And the price is, to me, I think it's very affordable at 299 USD. The price will eventually come down a little bit more, in which, by then, I can see that, the mass market will adopt VR. But before the adoption, this is where game software design and production comes in. It's not really about the hardware. Affordable hardware, we can have it. It's going on, but it is really about the content. It is really about the application. It is really about the software. We are working with a lot of industry partners when it comes to research. I am personally working with a stroke rehab research that utilizes VR. So as far as augmented reality is concerned, we do include AR in our GSDP majors, especially in the 2 units. AR is the next evolution of virtual reality technology, and Apple at the moment is working on something. So hopefully we'll see it soon. This is one of the devices by Meta 2, AR devices that we allow our students to use to help them develop applications on. There is 30% of examination, and the other 2 is 2 major assignments, group assignments, where it is heavily based on hands-on experience. So students would have to work in a group and then produce a VR game and utilizing the headsets that we have. Game Software Design and Production major, it is accredited by the Australian Computer Society. Now, as far as the industry is concerned, with our students, when they graduated with this major, they can either go into the games industry or become a software engineer or software developer. With Game Software Design Production major, you'll be exposed to new technologies. At this moment in time, VR or virtual reality and also augmented reality is quite hot.
My name's Alexandra, and I'm studying Games Art and Design. The reason why I chose to study Games Art and Design was because I was always interested in art, traditional art, ever since a young age. But I began to be inspired by the way that teams of creative people got together to build the enormous worlds that are in games and film, and I really wanted to work as part of a team, part of a company, working on a sort of project like that. And the Games Art course at Murdoch offered to teach all of the skills which I would need to gain employment in that kind of industry. So yeah. After I graduate, I'd really love to become a visual effects artist. I'm really inspired by how movies can, use visual effects in live action footage. I'd love to make explosions or particle effects or something like that. But I also love animation, so character animation. I think I'll just let the future determine which path I end up going down. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this course to any students interested in learning more about games or virtual reality. One of the best things about the Games Art and Design course is there are so many teachers with experience in different fields and so many different pathways that you can follow in the course. I think that the teachers are really, really passionate about what they're doing and always trying to improve the course and, introduce new concepts which are current in the industry as well.
So I'm Brandon Lim, and I'm doing a double major in games tech and computer science.
And I'm Jeffrey Langford, and I'm doing a single major in game software and design.
So once I graduated from high school, I went into a computer science major at Murdoch, and during the course of that major, it was told that games tech was a good unit to go with it because it had good synergy as well as opening up more doors when you graduated. So I decided, why not? So with the unit, which is called Game Software and Virtual Reality Design, we had to make a VR game that had to be entertaining and have 3 different levels. So for the first week of the unit, we had to make a group, and luckily for us, our group actually got together pretty quickly.
Yep.
And we kind of decided on a game pretty quickly, even though originally our idea was just a joke, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was pretty much a joke, but we all liked it enough, and why not make it reality? So, well, virtual reality.
Virtual reality, yeah. Well, I've always been interested in games and creating games, so I'm hoping to get a job either in the games industry or something related to that. And yeah, if not possible, possibly something in the software design or software programming.
Yeah, my ambitions are pretty much the same.
Yeah, I feel like I would recommend this unit because it is a pretty good unit.
I do recommend game software and design, especially if you just want to do programming at all, but you want a more fun version of it. So the project we've done is the Magician Simulator, which is for our virtual reality project. That's why we've got Brandon all set up there with the headset. So far we've only developed the second act. As you can see there, we've got a bit of a joke name, the human pincushion. So we'll just get Brandon to jump right into that now. So as you can see, we've got a little bit of an audience. We've got a guy strapped in and a bow and arrow ready to give him a bit of a fright. So Brandon can either miss and hit the target, and I think he hit the arm there, a bit terrifying. And there we go, crowd cheers as Brandon's hit the target. So there's a bit of a positive and negative reinforcement depending on what Brandon does, and of course if he misses, no one cares. We've got a score at the back and the arrow count, and pretty much as Brandon finishes up this game, we'll then go to the end screen.
Okay, so I'm studying games technology and game software design, and it's just about putting together various bits of software, flexible ways of writing software, efficient ways of doing things, just finding the best solutions to various problems, really. I chose to study at Murdoch because it was the only university at that point in time doing games development courses, which is really all I was interested in at that point in time. I came to Murdoch for programming because of the teachers, of the staff. Everything I've heard, it's been very, very good to work with all the various staff members here. They all understand what they're talking about. They are very, very good at teaching and getting the concepts across. I think the thing that sets Murdoch apart is the teaching and the way in which the staff can convey concepts to the students. Many times I've been stuck on this concept, that concept, and talking with the staff has made it. Okay, well, the practical experience that I've done in this course is really most of the work. There's a lot of theory to cover, but practical work is the way you get through everything. All the assignments, all the lab work, it's all practical, and that's really the way you learn the theory. You have to put it to practice. There's so much theory to cover, you have to put it to practice. Once you put it to practice, the practical experience I've done as part of the course is everything to do with assignments, labs. It's all the work. It's putting the theory into practice. Designing the programs. It's all practical work. It's all practical. There's lots of theory to cover. There's so much theory you can't possibly understand all of it without actually putting it to work. Putting it to work is fantastic. It allows you to understand it and get the best usages out of it. At Murdoch, I'm studying the Games Technology course and the Game Software Design and Production course, which are all about designing technology in modular ways, flexible ways, and efficient ways to solve various problems. In my course, I've learned a lot about modular design, which is very important for all sorts of IT disciplines to do with structuring your programs. Modular design allows you to reuse various parts of code in other parts of your program without having to redesign the wheel, basically. It's very important for all sorts of aspects of web development, simulation developments, servers. It's all very important to do with efficient code and making everything run smoothly.
Visit our website to find out more about game software design and production degrees.